Good day everyone. Today, we'll be exploring advanced SQL techniques that are fundamental for more efficient database management and data analysis, specifically recursive joins, which is used to navigate hierarchical data within a single table, and outer joins, which allows us to include unmatched rows in our result, making sure no relevant data is overlooked. We'll also examine union, intersect, and join operators for combining results across queries, and finally subqueries, which is a powerful tool that enables us to nest queries for more complex data filtering. So let's start.
A recursive join in SQL occurs when a table is joined to itself to show relationships within the same table. It is important to take note that in a recursive join, we use aliases to make it clear which part of the table we are referencing. For example, let's say we have a table called employee. It includes the employee ID, employee number, employee name, and the employee manager. The employee, Dan Denver, has no manager. That's why it is null. While the employees Michael Moore and Dayumil Agbay both have the same manager indicated as A01. Lastly, the employee name Timothy Mozgov also has a manager indicated as A03. Given this table, we can use a recursive join to show the employees together with their managers' names. Here's how the SQL command would look like. Select clause, we can notice the use of E and M. These are called as aliases. It allows us to make it easier to refer to tables and columns. The first part of this select statement retrieves the manager ID for each employee. Here, E is used as an alias to refer to the column which holds each employee manager ID. We rename it to manager ID using the as keyword. Next, we get the manager's name using M as an alias for the employee name column. This holds the manager's name. We also use the as keyword to rename it to manager name. Lastly, we also retrieve each employee's number and name using alias E. In the from clause, we also use the table employee twice, but it have different aliases. Alias E represents each employee, while alias M represents each employee's manager. Next, the where clause then has a condition that will link each employee to their manager. The last part of this SQL recursive join is we use the order keyword to sort or order the results by the employee manager using the alias E so that the output is organized by manager ID. When we execute this command, we are able to see the managers' names and their employees.
And now let's talk about union and union all. So when we say union, a union statement combines rows of two select or more queries without including the duplicate rows. In other words, yung union, kinocombine niya yung output ng dalawa or more na select queries and hindi niya nilalabas yung duplicate na data or value. And para sa syntax ng union statement ay query, union, query. Example ng syntax ay ck underscore name, ck underscore prc from the table cake. Union, select fd underscore name, fd underscore prc from the table foodies. Ngayon, kapag sinabi ng mga union all, it will keep all the rows from the given queries including the duplicates. Kumbaga, parehas siya sa union, kinocombine niya din yung result ng two or more outputs of queries pero hindi niya na sinasama yung mga duplicate. So, ang syntax naman para sa union all ay query, union all, and query. So, dito, meron tayong dalawang table, which is yung table for employees of 2023 and table for employees of 2024. Meron tayo ditong ID, name, department, and salary. So, para sa syntax ng union, select, and then yung mga data na kailangan, which is yung ID, name, department, and salary. And i-indicate natin kung saang table siya galing. So, yung una ay galing sa table ng Employees 2023. And then, yung keyword for union. So, for union, yun nga, union lang muna. Union, and then yung i-combine mo sa kanya na table. So, tandaan nyo na dapat para ma-perform yung union, dapat compatible sila, meaning same ng data types and number of data na i-combine. Department, and then salary, and indicate ulit kung saang table siya galing, and this one is from Employees of 2024 na. So, wag nyo kakalimutan yung terminator. So, ayan. Kung mapapansin nyo, walang na-duplicate na data. Diba dito sa isa may na-duplicate, which is yung William Davis, yung Emily Johnson, Michael Brown, yon, mga na-duplicate data yon. Pero dito, hindi na siya sinama. So, para naman sa union all, same din naman siya ng union, pero may dagdag na word, which is yung all nga. So, kung dito sa union, walang duplicate na sinama, dito, sa union all, ay makikita na natin yung mga duplicate. So, lahat ng data ay sinama na, regardless kung naulit siya. So, ayan, si Emily Johnson naulit, si William Davis, ayan, sila lang yung naulit. So, yun lang po yung pagkakaiba ng union and union all. So, ang paggamit ay depende pa rin po sa user kung ano yung mas preferred niya.
So, hi guys, now let's move on to the intersect. Okay, so the intersect keyword in SQL is used to combine the results of two select statements and returns only the row that are present in both result sets. So, think of it like finding the intersection of two lists. So, it only shows the data that from both lists have in common. So, it's especially useful when you want to compare data from two tables or queries to find identical values. So, okay, intersect statement ay ginagamit para pagsamahin ang rows mula sa dalawang queries. Pero ang i-return lang ay yung rows na present sa parehong sets. So, ibig sabihin, makukuha lang natin yung data na parehong lumalabas sa dalawang queries. Okay, so here is the syntax ng intersect. Okay, so ito naman yung example. So sa example na to, nagse-select tayo ng cake name at cake price mula sa table na table cake at food name at food price mula sa table foodies. Tapos ginagamit natin yung intersect para kunin lang yung rows na parehong lumalabas sa parehong tables. So ibig sabihin, kung may parehong pangalan at presyo sa table cake at table foodies, yun lang ang ipapakita sa resulta. Okay, so here is the result. So sa resulta, makikita natin na ice cream cake lang ang parehong item sa parehong tables. Kaya yun lang ang lalabas sa final output. Okay guys, so here is the important points to remember in intersect. So number 1 is column compatibility. So the columns in the two queries must have the same number and data type for the intersect to work. So if they don't match, SQL will return an error. So next is order of queries. So intersect doesn't depend on the order of queries. It only considers the rows that match between both result sets. And lastly, the case sensitivity. So SQL may treat data as case sensitive depending on the database. For example, ice cream cake. So yung malaki yung I sa ice, malaki yung C sa cream, malaki yung C sa cake. And ice cream cake na maliliit lang yun. So may not be considered identical. Thank you.
SQL join operator. In SQL, join operations merge rows from two tables based on specified conditions, allowing us to retrieve related data. Joins can be categorized into different types, including inner joins and outer joins. So sa SQL join operator, meron din pinapalo na conditions. Una, having common values in common columns. Pangalawa, meet a given join condition. And pangatlo, have common values in common columns or have no matching values.
So, ang una natin na join operator is inner join or join on. An inner join returns only the rows with matching values in both tables. So, sa inner join, nire-return lang na value is yung rows na may kamatch doon sa kabilang table. So, kung yung una ng table natin is may value naman tayo doon, pero doon sa isang table is nakanal lang yung value. So, hindi ito i-return. Ang i-return lang is yung may value both tables. So, dito, papasadahan ko lang yung mga join operator since itatakal din siya ng iba kong kagrupo in depth. So, meron tayong dalawang table, isa sa department, isa sa employees. Then, meron tayong insertion ng mga values. Sa department, meron tayong name ng department, which is Human Resources, IT, and Marketing. Sa employees naman, meron name tsaka department ID. So, si Alice Smith, meron siyang department ID na 1, which is, ang ibig sabihin nito is, nasa Human Resource Department siya. Since yung Human Resource Department natin is may identity key na 1. Sumunod si Bob Johnson na may 2, which is nasa IT. Charlie Lee is 1 din, which is nasa Human Resource din siya. And si Dana White na walang department ID, so wala siyang department name. And dito naman sa select, so nakalagay dito kung anong column yung i-return natin. And naka-name siya na employee name and yung department name. So from ang unang table natin, which is yung employee table, yung keyword na join, and yung kasunod nito is yung isang table na i-match natin, and keyword ulit na on, and nakalagay dito naman yung gagamitin na column para i-match yung dalawang table. So dito sa baba, makikita natin yung output, no? Naka-return yung nakalagay dito yung employee's name at department name. And meron tayong 3 records dito, Alice Smith, Bob Johnson, and Charlie Lee. Wala si Dana White since wala naman siyang department ID. So ibig sabihin nito walang naka-allocate or naka-match sa kanyang na value from the other table. And ang nakalagay na department name kay Alice Smith is Human Resources, which is correct. Kay Bob Johnson na IT, and kay Charlie Lee na Human Resource din, since same sila ni Alice Smith na 1 yung department ID.
So now let's move on to outer joins. So in databases, an outer join is a way to combine rows from 2 tables even when there isn't a perfect match between them. So unlike inner joins, which only returns with matching values in both tables, outer joins will also include rows when there's no match. This can help you get a more complete picture of your data. So ang outer join ay isang paraan at pinagsama-sama na tables ng database, kung saan hindi lang ang mga matching rows ang nakukuha. So kung pati ang mga rows na walang katumbas sa kabilang table. May 3 uri nito, left outer joins, right outer joins, and full outer joins.
Now, outer join. So, meron tayong 3 outer join. Left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. So, sa outer join, it returns both matching rows and unmatched rows from one or both tables. So, kabaliktaran naman to ng inner join or non-join on. Sa outer join, kahit na walang ka-match yung isang value dun sa kabilang table, is i-return pa rin natin siya. So, nag-vary siya sa left, right, or full. So, sa right outer join naman, kabaligtaran to ng left outer join. All rows from the right table and match rows from the left table. So, same values, and ginawa nating right join dito. And mapapansin nyo dun sa output natin, sa employee's name, wala si Dana White since null lang naman siya. And kasi doon sa department name natin, yung marketing yon lumabas na. Na-i-return na natin or na-output natin lahat ng value na nasa table department na under ng name column. So na-return na natin. So since yung marketing naman is walang employee sa kanya, walang employee under sa kanya, so naka-null lang yung sa record nila. Lastly, full outer join. Sa full outer join naman is parang pinag-combine na left tsaka right. So, dito, same values and full join yung nakalagay na keyword. And makikita nyo dito sa baba, yung output natin is nakalagay si Dana White, pati yung marketing. And pareho silang may null na equivalent record. Lastly, cross-join. A cross-join produces a Cartesian product where every row in the first table is combined with every row in the second. So, para tong Cartesian product doon sa discrete math natin. So, ginamit ko ulit yung same values and yung keyword naman is cross-join. And wala na yung on na nakatulad dun sa may inner at outer join. And naka-indicate lang dito kung anong table yung gagamitin natin. And as you can see, meron tayo ditong parang paulit-ulit na data under ng department name. And dahil gumamit tayo ng Cartesian product or ng cross-join, so yung lahat ng value dito sa pangalawa nating table is nag-match or kinombine dun sa kada record sa left table natin. And human resource, IT, and marketing.
So, hello, ako nga pala si Sean Mark Vasquez at i-explain ko sa inyo kung ano yung cross-join. So, ang cross-join, it performs a relational product of two tables, also known as the Cartesian product. A cross-join in SQL is a way to combine two tables so that every row from the first table matches up with every row from the second table. This means it makes all the possible pairs between the two tables. Ang cross-join does not require any condition, so every row in one table pairs with all rows in the other, creating all possible combination. Okay, so ito, may table na dito, isa lang, so hindi pa natin magamit yung cross-join, kaya pag niran natin siya, ganyan lang, okay? So, para magamit natin ang cross-join, kailangan pa natin ng isa pang table. So, gawa lang tayo ng second table. Create table, projects. Projects ID. Okay. Projects name bar chart. Okay, so mag-insert na tayo ng data sa table. Insert into projects. Project ID. Project name, values, project 1, and employee dot ID, employee dot name, projects dot project ID, dito na tayo maglalagay ng cross join projects. So pag niran natin siya, yun, nakita nyo ito yung wala, ayan yung wala, ito yung meron. Ito yung merong cross join na yun. Napag-combine nyo na at napag-compare nyo na yung table 1 at table 2. So, ganun lang kadali ang cross join.
In SQL, the join on clause is used to combine rows from two or more tables. This is particularly useful when the columns we are joining do not share the same name. The join on clause also involves an equality comparison, and columns must be of compatible data types.
Pag sinabi nating left outer join, so all rows from the left table and match rows from the right table. So, sa left outer join, ang nakafocus ko dun sa left, kung sa left table. So, regardless na kahit walang kamatch yung isang record dun, or yung kung ilang record ang walang kamatch, is ipiprint pa rin or i-output yung lahat ng record doon sa left table. So, same values ang ginamit natin. So, ginawa lang nating left join yung nandito. Yung nandun sa may selection. So, sa output natin, may kita natin na nandun na si Dana White dun sa employee's name. Since ang function ng left outer join is i-output or i-return lahat ng records regardless na kung may kamatch man or wala sa kabilang table, is i-return pa rin natin. So, napunta dito si Dana White kahit na null yung department name niya.
For example, let's say we have two tables. The first table contains information about vendors, and the second table contains information about the products sold by the vendors. Notice that vendor ID in the table vendors is a unique identifier for each vendor, while vendor ref ID in the table products refer to the vendor who supplies each product. Because these two columns of the different table are of the same data type, we can compare its values. And we will follow the syntax. So for our example, here's how it would look like. In the select clause, we specify that we want to view each product's name and price, as well as the vendor's name and location. So we use table products as the main table, giving it the alias P. We then use the keyword join to join the product table with table vendors having alias B to get the vendor's details. While the on condition indicates that it will only join rows from table products and table vendors where the value in vendor ref ID matches the value in vendor ID. This way, each product is linked to the correct vendor, and we get a list of products showing their corresponding vendor information.
Today we'll tackle correlated subquery. It is a subquery that uses values from the outer query. This can have a major impact on the performance because the correlated subquery might get recomputed every time for each row of the outer query is processed. Yung process nito ay similar to a typical nested loop in a programming language because sa mismong loob ng outer subquery niya is may inner subquery na kung saan doon siya kumukuha ng mga data at paulit-ulit niya yung chine-check para makuha yung mismong correlated query. Example nito is yung 4 is equals to 1 to 3, 4, which is yung inside, or yung inner is B is equivalent to 1 to 4. Kasi yung print is A is equivalent to A and B is equivalent to B. Yung note nito is yung A to 1 to 3, magbibigyan siya ng process by setting A is equivalent to 1. While naman yung sa inner loop naman na yung B is equivalent to 1 to 4 is may completed siya for each A. Like if natapos na yung A is equivalent to 1, dapat yung sa B meron na siyang B is equivalent to 1 to 4. Then yung A equivalent to 2,
Tapos, yung B naman, magiging repeated lang siya as B is equivalent to 1 to 4. Hanggang matapos yung buong loop niya. Sa relational DBMS, same lang siya ng sequence na nagpo-produce sa correlated subquery results. Nag-initiate siya ng outer query. Tapos each row of the outer query nagre-results ng sets na kung saan ina-execute sa inner query na nagpa-pass through sa outer row tapos papunta sa inner query. Yung correlated subquery, pwede siya gamitin sa mga nag-exist na special operators. For example, gusto nating malaman kung ilan na bang customer ang mga recently na nag-place ng order. Dito sa SQL table, meron na tayong table ng customer, meron na rin tayong table ng invoice. Meron na rin tayong mga data na nilagay for the customer and for the invoice. Sa pinakababa, this is the correlational subquery. Okay. Yung subquery na nasa pinakababa is itong select. Ito yung outer query. Yung outer query is yung selecting customer codes, yung customer last name, yung customer first name sa customer table. Yung subquery na yon is yung chine-check niya yung mga each row na kung saan sa customer table if meron ba silang ka-matching entries ng invoice table. Kasi for each customer row, pinaprocess ng outer query na yung subquery niya is nagiging executed. Yung subquery, chine-check niya if meron bang at least one row sa invoice na kung saan magkaparehas ba sila ng customer table. Since meron silang matching, which is yung customer code sa customer table, pati sa invoice, meron din siyang customer code. Yung current customer from sa outer query, nagmamatch siya din sa invoice. Since meron silang ka-matching sa invoice, yung subquery magre-return siya sa result from exist. So, yung from customer, where exist. Dito niya isa-select yung customer code, which is both meron nga sa customer table pati sa invoice, from invoice. Dito, sa where invoice, yung parehas nilang entries, which is yung customer code, where invoice.customer code is equivalent from customer.customer code. Pag in-execute natin yan, yung lalabas dito is yung customer code na C001, which is ito, at yung C002, which is dito. Bakit ito lang lumabas? Hindi lumabas yung dun kay Brown, Brown siya C003, Charlie Brown, pati C004, White Alice. Kasi dun sa code nila, din sa insert ng ginawa nating data table, wala naman kasi tayo nilagay dito na yung sa customer code nila is yung may C003 or Z004, kaya wala yung Charlie Brown pati White Alice. Pero if binago natin siya or dinagdagan siya natin ng code, magbabago rin, syempre, yung mismong execution ng table. So, lalagyan natin siya ng bagong table. Ng bagong data. Pag in-execute natin to, lalabas dito yung kay Alice White. Lalabas dito yung code ng kay Alice White Alice. Kasi, meron na dito yung code niya. Parehas na, may code na siya dito sa customer code meron na rin siyang customer code rin na 004 kasi lumabas. So, dito nagtatapos ang correlation subquery, pero marami pa itong mga special operators na kung saan magagamit at marami pa itong mga paggagamitan which is very important.
In summary, the effective use of recursive joins, outer joins, union, intersect, join operators, and subqueries allow for more robust and insightful data retrieval in SQL. To break it down, recursive joins enables us to map complex hierarchies, while outer joins ensures we capture all necessary data, even when direct matches are absent. Union and intersect help in merging and filtering across multiple queries. And lastly, subqueries allow layered and precise filtering. Mastering these concepts is invaluable for comprehensive data analysis, empowering us to extract meaningful insights from relational databases.